met basically dealing with the same man. A man I was in a situationship with that chose to marry her.
Hey guys, it's your girl Maya, and I am back doing another episode for Keep It Real Sis. And this one took a while. We had been wanting to do this one for a while, and we finally made it in front of the camera. So I know a lot of people are probably like, oh my God, if y'all know like the backstory of this right here, y'all probably like, what in the world? That's exactly probably the same thing that we think, every time. But we're going to dig into, our friendship. We're going to dig into some things that have transpired between us through the years, and even how like we became friends, because yeah, we are now friends. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my girl Lauren. Say hey, Lauren.
Hey.
Lauren, I want you to tell the people real quick. Tell the people how we met. Tell them how we met.
We met basically dealing with the same man. A man I was in a situationship with that chose to marry her. So that is how we met initially.
Yeah, and for those of you act like you still don't know, yes, I was married before. So, Lauren, when I was with my ex, I met Lauren. Well, I knew of Lauren because Lauren, how do I even explain this? Lauren would be under my posts, calling me like through random phone numbers, texting me, saying stuff about him. We're not gonna go into detail about the things that she was saying
right now,
but yeah, some of y'all that saw it know. And I would be like, oh my gosh, what is wrong with this girl? What is wrong with this girl? I had got to that point where I was like, maybe she's right. So I reached out to you, right? And we met up at a Panera Bread. I was still living in Dallas. We met up at a Panera Bread in Arlington. And how did you feel that day?
But this was when we met up, this was way after I think things were about done.
Yeah.
Between y'all.
Yeah.
So with the sequence of the thing, we never had any contact really. Besides me like, girl, he just, girl, did you? It was very inappropriate. Yeah, I've had some good things.
I know,
But, when we did, meet up, I don't think we discussed that much because by that time, everything was already kind of like out in a sense.
All of that, like, we both went through a lot with that person. And thankfully, like, we had only been married like a year. And even before the year, I had already started filing. And so, I just feel like at a certain point, you have to realize, number one, when a person is dragging you on, right? You got to realize when a person is dragging you on. And number two, if you have somebody like Lauren now, Lauren was saying what she was saying. You were saying what you were saying.
And how I was saying it.
Yeah. I think it was the how. Okay. But I think a lot of times too, us as women, we be so defensive of our man. Even if you were to come to me like, girl, he ain't no good. A lot of women would still won't listen to that because you're so gung ho for their man. They be like, can't nobody tell me nothing about my man? Honey, yes, somebody can. Honey, yes, somebody can, and they should. It's up to you what you want to do with the information, and really is take the information And, you know, if you don't want to go to your man about it, pray about it, you know, because stuff will be revealed.
What if you don't want to go to your man about it? Should you be with him?
No, you shouldn't.
Because this is your
I'm saying,
person.
but there are times where there too are like just bitter women who will just be trying to ruin your relationship. But 9 times out of 10, okay, actually maybe like 8 times out of 10.
8. We're gonna go 8. But I would tell you
8 times out of 10, it usually is right. Like it usually is a woman just trying to be like, hey, sis, like.
I can't recall if I ever said anything nice, but I don't know if I said anything nice at first. But I do recall my intention was like, do you know that this is this and that is that? And then it was like, oh, it's not received. Okay, well then, bleep it.
Because I know that even now after the fact, I've reached out to his third wives, some of her friends, and been like, you know, is she good? Like, just try, because I really genuinely want to know, like, because I know how he is. So yeah, I'm going to ask. Yeah, I'm going to, like, you know, say like, what's up? Like, is she okay?
Through all of that, I can say that finding like a real one and like being a friend and a sister, I think is I mean, like, that's a testament to like I mean, for real, like who you really are as a person, like who I really am as a person. Like, okay, a POD, you can Google what a POD, that was fine. And that's all that it was supposed to be honest. But I fell into this no, seriously, I fell into this narcissist trap. And then when I would say certain things to certain people and to this individual, oh no, that's not true, you know, all men are not like that, you know, people just try to make it seem like you're saying something that's not true, like you're the crazy one. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna ride this out as an experiment. I don't know, have I said that to you before? Like yeah, this was really kind of like, that was really like an experiment I went through with. Like, I'm gonna go through with this experiment because I'm gonna have tangible proof and evidence that this is what church dudes do, bad church dudes. This is what they do, and this is how it happens.
And he was the perfect one.
Perfect one.
Now, not all of them are like that, and
Bad ones. I'm saying bad ones.
And he's honestly probably one of the worst that I've seen.